Small spaces and a big transformation. In this video, I want to talk about three things. I want to talk about creating functional zones, I want to talk about color, and I want to talk about ambience. How do you give life to a place like this? Let's go. What's going on? I'm Bobby K. I'm a professional landscape designer and general contractor. And before I was that, I was actually an installer. I have done well over 1,000 projects and probably designed over, I'd say 3,000 designs by now. So when I'm talking about all these tips, it literally comes from these hands doing every single one of the aspects in here. Super important that you understand that design matters, and you understand that bringing value to your house, those are the two components, and you wanna take advice from somebody who actually knows those components. So let's talk about zone number one. We talked about creating functional zones. Here's the first one. We are under a gazebo that we have put electric in. We've got a ceiling fan. We got to think about hot, cold, all that kind of stuff, right? So if you're out here in 100 degrees, let's make sure we got air circulating. Right here in between the posts, which we knew the measurements before we did the design, we have put a kitchen in. You got a fridge. You got a unit. This unit in particular, I definitely want to talk about because it's got a triple drawer and a trash can. It's got the combo. This is super important so you don't take up too much space when you are limited on how long the run of a kitchen can be. Finally, I always love a good grill with a drawer where you got a propane tank. You don't have to run the gas. And as far as this kit, this is perfect because this is a small backyard. We can't create a humongous structure in between the house and the garage. So this kit right here, you can actually get at Sam's Club. Go on the link down there and you can actually click on and go buy one of these. They are perfect. They're 11 by 14 or 10 by 14. Perfect for this space, perfect for a small space. Let's go to zone number two. So I'm coming up to zone number two, and right about here, this deck was actually already here, and then the stairs came out to here. It killed so much space. When you're designing, you want to think about what is really the purpose of this thing. And honestly, it was for a couple of chairs, have a coffee, read a book, and that's it. So we squished this in, brought the stairs in, and all of a sudden now we created all of this usable space for zone number one and zone number three, which I'm going to talk about right now. Behind me is almost this intimate gathering spot. You've got a water feature, which this is just a bubbling kit. These are super easy to do. All you need is a GFCI, which we have hidden behind this privacy screen, which adds a little bit of ambience. And you could also put a little fire pit there if you wanted to. So we've got zone one, zone two with the deck. You're looking down and around over to the water feature. And then of course from here, what else do you see? A massive TV right there. Talking about media. That's another thing to create ambience. If you're a sports nut, if you love to watch a movie, if you want to hang out in the backyard, get an outdoor rated TV, speakers, security cameras. These are all things that you can do. Now let's talk about color. So we talked about the zones, now let's talk about color. When selecting color, a really easy way to not make a mistake is just go off the architecture of the house. We've got a lot of earth tones in the house, so that is why we landed on that versus like a grayscale. So first thing would be choosing a composite that is on that earth tone. We chose a walnut. We've got on the pavers, we have a mocha sailor border along with a very earth tone style or color palette paver. This is called Timeless by County. It's a beautiful paver, love it. And it goes with just about any kind of earth tone vibe. Finally, I want to talk about stain. Let's go over here. All right, so this is going to be somewhat of a combo tip. I want to talk about color and I want to talk about ambience. The tranquil sound falls into ambiance of this water feature. You're sitting here, you're enjoying it, and then you've got this beautiful privacy screen. This is something so simple. It's just a couple of posts and it's almost that shiplap effect. And then the color, we actually went with something a little bit lighter than that English walnut over here. And you could make this darker and have everything blend together, but if I wanted to create somewhat of a focal point, I want it to pop a little. And this color actually goes really well with the gazebo that we just talked about. They're very similar. So we're pulling all the color together to make it a cohesive palette. Now let's go on to one more factor, the X factor of this entire backyard that creates ambiance and really livens this place up. The final thing is a media package. You want to create ambience, you want to create a reason that you do something like this to have people over. It's with the media, right? It's with the media package. You got a TV, we got the speakers, and we even have security cameras for peace of mind, right? But whether you like watching the big game, you want to have movie nights, you like reality TV, like whatever you want to binge, you've got out here. The one thing I would highly recommend is if you know you're going to get hit with sun, if this place gets blasted, if you got that kind of backyard, consider an outdoor TV that is for that reason, so that this thing can be left out rain or shine. If you get a TV for $300-400 and you throw a cover on it, even if you take that cover off, there's probably gonna be a glare on the TV. So it's worth the investment, make sure. And you can go in the links below and check out some of my highly rated outdoor TVs that are perfect for a backyard. If you like these kind of backyards, these small backyards, you got a small backyard, you're still not sold on this template, go check out this video right here. This is an incredible backyard that you wouldn't believe what we did with this space. This is Bobby K saying creation is everything, so go out and create. I'll see you on the next video. Thanks for being here.